You are performing right now. And not just online or at work, you are performing when no one is watching, when you're just by yourself, alone with your own thoughts. The way you frame your day as if it's a story worth telling, or the attention seeking that happens every single morning you get up. It's all one big act and everyone does it. This isn't new. What's new is how seamless it's become. This performance that never ends because you're always in some sort of an act. Scroll for 10 minutes and you'll see it. People are acting like they're vulnerable online, trying to really build a deep connection. But at the end of the day, it's all just still one big act. You're always performing for the viewer. And in this case, the viewer might not always be online, but for most of the time it is, because 99% of people spend nearly every waking second scrolling or watching some sort of content. Even when you're alone, you're curating and rehearsing these conversations that never happened, or you're thinking about the ones that did and thinking of, how could I have made this better? How could I have talked to that girl without being an embarrassment? And everyone calls this just a personal brand or being social. They say go touch grass, but at the end of the day, that's surface level stuff. The real question is, what happens when you're all alone and you're still putting on this performance? At some point, your performance stops needing an external crowd. You start editing your memories to fit this character you've built over the past few years. You start to look at things in a way of, how could I fill this space with something productive, because I want to always be, shown as someone who's doing something, more meaningful. But at the end of the day, only a slave measures their worth by productivity. And look, I'm speaking from personal experience here. As someone who runs a business full time, goes to the gym 5 days a week, tries to, have the best social life and balance it with family, friends, eats a somewhat pretty clean diet. At the end of the day, I've started to realize that 99% of the time when I'm doing something that's just been so automated in my life, I've realized that it's all just one big show. I've never really got to sit down with myself and really be with, just myself and who I really am as much as I would like to. And there's so many people out there who are probably struggling with the same thing, and it sucks, man. I know the feeling, you don't ever really know who you are. Even if you're out with your friends, you're putting on a show. You're trying to be the funny guy or the chill guy. You're trying to portray this image of yourself that's not really you. It's all an external, regurgitated bullshit thing. It happens all the time. Most people's thoughts are never actually theirs. And at the end of the day, the only person who really knows you is yourself. And a lot of people don't even know themselves because, like I said, they spend 95% of their waking day putting on a performance, or they're consuming someone else's. If you spend 8 hours a day scrolling on your phone, that's 8 hours of you consuming someone else's acting, right? It's just like watching a movie. If you're watching a movie of Leonardo DiCaprio putting on some great show or act,
don't need nobody. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
You are consuming someone else's acting. Yet when you're off social media, you're doing the exact same thing. You're putting on a show. You are an actor, including myself. Everyone is an actor in their own lives. And if you don't spend time with yourself, just pure silence, get to knowing yourself, you'll never not be an actor. You're always in acting mode. It's like you're always at work. And what type of life is that? That's a shitty life. And something that nobody's gonna tell you is that if you don't make a change now, or at least put in an effort to make a change, your life will be spent acting. You're just gonna be an actor for the rest of your life, and that's not a way to live. And I want you to ask yourself this one question that I've really tried to ask myself every single morning I get up. Is today gonna be a day where I did something I genuinely wanted to do? In my opinion, a successful life is one that you get to decide what you wanna live, right? If you're that guy who just wants to get up 5 a.m., go surfing all day, come home, work for a few hours, eat some regular food, and just spend time with your friends surfing, and that's what you're doing, you're living a successful life. You are just as successful as Jeff Bezos. But people nowadays have consumed so much acting and performances online, they think that the only version of success is the one that they see via this pixelated screen, and it's not real. Someone else's success is not relative to yours. Ask yourself genuinely every single morning you get up. First of all, be grateful that you're even here. If you're here, you've won the cosmic lottery. The chances of you being born are 1 in 400 trillion. So after you've said your gratitudes in the morning, which I recommend you do, ask yourself, what do I want to do today, right? And of course, I'm not gonna say this without realizing that some people have to go to work. They have to pay the bills. They have to do things they don't want to do. But besides that, what do I want to do? Do I want to sit here and have a cupcake for breakfast, or do I want to make some eggs? Do I want to just go on a walk right now? Do what you genuinely want to do. That is a successful life. And if you have built a life where you can genuinely wake up and consider yourself happy or successful, you've done it. You've made it. You are him or her. Like you've won in life. And look, I'm not saying you have to burn down this performance or be that person who's just in constant solitude by themselves. What I'm saying is learn how to see what's going on. Admit that you've been in an act for years and you haven't come out of it yet, but be aware and admit that you're actively working on bettering it. If you could take small steps, you're winning. Like the first step is the hardest. And look, most people keep performing till the lights go out, but the real question is, will you be the one to realize before the final blow? And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to press subscribe and leave a like, comment down below. I appreciate all the support that I've gotten on this journey. And with that being said, I'll see you on the next one.